Imagine a vast civilization rising in the plains and river valleys of northwest South Asia, stretching from the highlands of Jammu down to the sea coast of Gujarat, from the Makran coast of Baluchistan in the west to the Yamuna Ganga fringes in the east. This is the story of the Indus Valley Civilization, also called the Harappan Civilization. At its mature phase, it flourished roughly from 2500 to 1900 BCE in the Bronze Age and was remarkable for the scale, planning, and uniformity of its settlements. The people of this civilization did not use iron but employed copper, bronze, silver, and gold. The heartland of the civilization was in what is now Pakistan's Punjab and Sindh and adjoining parts of India. Its cultural zones cover parts of Punjab, Sindh, Baluchistan, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and the fringes of western Uttar Pradesh. In fact, the extent has been described as reaching north to Jammu, south to Narmada estuary, west to Makran coast, and east to Meerut in Uttar Pradesh. Within that region, archaeologists have located over 250 Harappan sites, though only 6 are recognized as fully developed urban cities. Among these major cities were Harappa in Punjab and Mohenjo-daro in Sindh. Other includes Chanu Daru, about 130 km south of Mohenjo-daro, Lothal in Gujarat at the head of the Gulf of Cambay, Kalimangan in northern Rajasthan, and Banavli in Hisar district of Haryana. Why did these people choose the place they did? Geography laid the foundation. The great river networks, the Indus itself, plus its tributaries and the now mostly dry Ghaggar-Hakra channel provide fertile alluvial plains, water for agriculture, transport, and trade routes into the surrounding highlands and deserts. From Harappa's local on the Punjab plain near the Ravi River, one could move north into the Banu Basin and Potwar Plateau, or follow rivers into the Himalayas, or go south towards Sindh and Makran. The civilization location allowed access to raw materials from Rohri Hills, Kirtar Range, Sindh, Kohistan, and southern Baluchistan, and via coastal or riverine routes into Gujarat and further south. At the same time, the diversity of landscape, riverine plains, highlands, coastal areas, desert fringes, gave the civilization both challenges and opportunities. For example, the Ghaggar-Hakra Valley, often termed as Vedic Saraswati by some scholars, contained many Harappan settlements, even though the river is mostly dry today. The widespread of the site location shows how the Indus Valley Civilization adopting to vary eco-zones from the Makran coast to the Ganga-Yamuna Doab, from Rajasthan arid lands to southern Gujarat and Maharashtra fringes. The settlement pattern also reflects the natural setting. Urban sites cluster on raised mounds near rivers or former channels, which gave protection from flooding and access to water. Many towns are located along paleo channels, ancient courses or rivers that may no longer be active. Accessibility to transport route, especially riverine, supported internal links and external trade, while the presence of wood, minerals, shells, and other resources encouraged craft and commerce. In short, geography and environment were not merely backdrop, they were active agents in shaping where the cities emerged, how they grew, and how they sustained themselves. One striking fact is that though the name Indus Valley suggests confinement to one river valley, the civilization actually covered roughly 1.3 million kilometers square at its peak across multiple river systems and ecological zones. The core Harappan areas formed a triangle stretching roughly from the Indus and Ghaggar-Hakra system in the west, eastwards in the Ganga-Yamuna fringes, and southward into Gujarat and Maharashtra. The western extremity include the Makran coast, example Sutka Gendor. The easternmost sealed outpost lies in Meerut, Alamgirpur region in Uttar Pradesh, and the southernmost in Daimabad in Maharashtra. In summary, we can say that the geographical setting of the Indus Valley civilization explained many of its features: the farmable plains, the river and coastal routes, the widespread of sites, the access to trade and raw materials, the clustering of major urban centers in certain zones, and the adaptability to different landscape. Understanding the spatial and environmental context help us to grasp why the civilization emerged, where and when it did, how its cities were planned and connected, and why certain legacy changes occurred as rivers shifted and climate changes.